Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. Today we are talking about Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1, Episode 16. And if you're looking for one hell of a fight with a splash of character development, well, I've got a review for you and an episode for you as well. There wasn't a whole lot of character development, not a whole lot of dialogue, but just enough to keep you interested. So we get fully introduced to the character Mechamaru, and I'm saying mecha, as in like a Gundam-style mecha fighting robot, because it is literally a robot. We initially think it is like Panda, which is a cursed object that has some sort of core of cursed energy. We also learned something interesting about Panda as well. He has a brother and sister inside him. So he has a gorilla. He has his panda's like right here in his heart. His sister's in one shoulder, his brother's in the other. His brother's actually a gorilla. And he's able to kind of switch between a few of them. The gorilla is very good for, fist fighting, close combat. Panda is, kind of level-headedness. And he said the sister, but we didn't really get to learn what the sister actually is, so I'm guessing that is going to be a surprise for a later episode. Now, Panda was under the impression that Mechamaru is a cursed object, as he is, basically a robot with cursed energy in it, but that is not the case. What Mechamaru is some guy, basically in a bathtub of fluids, keeping him alive and keeping him, out of pain, that is controlling the robot from a distance far away with his cursed energy. So he is wrapped up in bandages. Sunlight and moonlight hurts his skin. He doesn't have an arm. He doesn't have legs. He is very damaged, very beat up. He's wrapped up all in bandages in this kind of a giant tank-like thing. Similar to Pain in Naruto, the original Pain, Nagato, there we go, there's his name, came to me finally, and it was like sad, but at the same time, I couldn't help but stop thinking of the SpongeBob joke, where it's like, every morning I wake up and break my legs, every afternoon I break my arms, my bones are made out of glass, my skin's made out of paper. And I don't know who's trying to be serious, but I couldn't help stop comparing it to that because it was almost like the exact same thing. The look was very similar, covered to bandages head to toe, in his situation. I understand it's supposed to be sad because he's in constant pain, but at the same time, when it's like directly linked to SpongeBob, kind of a hilarious scene where they get scammed. It kind of gets you a little bit, hits you in a different way. And I don't know if that is what they were going for, but to me it seems like that is what they were going for. So they are both basically controlling a puppet. So Panda is basically a living puppet, and Mechamaru is a literal puppet that is controlled. So they are both very similar. One has an actual human attached to it. The other one doesn't. Panda, he's not like anything else. He doesn't hate humans. He's not angry at humans, as we learn to see that Mechamaru is angry at Panda, because Panda is a cursed object that can go to school regularly, go out in the sunlight, go out in the moonlight, not really have any major issues. Whereas Mechamaru can't. He has to, use this fake body for everything, and his life is basically from living in a chair like I'm sitting in right now. It's like he's basically controlling a drone and kind of looking through everything with fake eyes is the best way to describe his living situation. So he hates Panda, but then ends up kind of not hating Panda. And Panda even says, hey, I'll help you with your situation, or try to. I'm not going to be petty. I don't care what you look like. Overall, Panda wins the fight, by the way. Spoiler alert. Oh no, I ruined it. If you're watching this, I assume you've watched the episode at this point in time. The fight is basically the gist of the episode. It's a constant back and forth. We end the episode with the second year girl and one of the girls from the other school fighting a tiny bit, about to go down. And I think next episode's probably going to be the same. You get a splash a character development in there. It's going to be mainly fighting for a while. That's just because of the arc we're in. So it's going to be very actiony, not a lot of dialogue. We got a little bit of, Itadori in the beginning, fighting with Tojo, or Todo. Is it Todo or Chojo? Todo. I think it's Todo. And, him getting progressively stronger, learning that, at your cursed energy is at your core, your mind, body, and spirit. It's not something that, it's just you focus it into one part of your body. It's your entire body. And we learn that that's how Todo uses cursed energy. He doesn't focus it into one spot. He keeps it inside of his body, making him extremely resilient, in which Itadori picks up on in like half a second and knocks him pretty hard. So they're still fighting. We're going to have like all these like 4 billion different fights going on. Panda's coming back. Panda won his fight. That's said and done with. Who knows who's going to fight next? I'm sure we're going to see Itadori for a couple of seconds. Fujigiri, haven't really seen him do anything in a while, so I'm hoping he fights somebody because he is a semi-grade 1, so it's going to be interesting to see. The only actual grade 1 that we know of is Todo in this. Everybody else is lower. Itadori technically isn't even a grade yet. He's not on the list. Quite a few 3s and 2s, only 1, a couple of semi-1s. Well, they're not fully 1, they're kind of in between, almost 1, where they can take care of I think it's like they take care of a 2, no problem, but if they actually hit a 1, they wouldn't fully be able to take care of that. Or maybe it's the opposite. I'm trying to remember. I know Nanemi actually kind of explained this to Itadori at one point, but I'm forgetting exactly how that works. So if you're a grade 1, maybe you're capable of taking on special grades, perhaps. I think that's how that works. And if you're a special grade, then you can take on the ultimate everything, like Gojo, who's in a class of his own. In reality, he can create his own domain. But you can definitely see all the different power levels coming into play in this. Some of them have cursed energy, some of them are puppets, some of them are robots, and it's interesting. All the different crazy abilities, how everything is working and kind of meshing together. But I think this is going to be a short one because there's really not a whole lot to talk about this episode. As I said, it was very physical, very fighty. It's going to continue to be fighty. So these reviews might get a little bit short the next couple of weeks because I don't think there's going to be too much dialogue. I basically said exactly what happened in the episode. I felt like there was like 5. So the episode is 23 minutes long. So between 5 to 8 minutes of actual talking, and then 12 minutes or so, 15 minutes or so of fighting. So you gotta just take it with a grain of salt. It's like Dragon Ball Z, not massively heavy dialogue. There is dialogue in there. Sometimes there's a heavy dialogue episode, but you gotta sit back and enjoy some anime characters beating the crap out of each other while you can. You're welcome. I didn't post spoilers in the thumbnails. I was thinking about putting Panda's gorilla form in there, but decided against it because I don't like really spoiling people. I don't like when I get spoilers, and I don't really want to give spoilers if I can help it. Most of these reviews, as I said, I assume you have watched the episode already, or you missed something in an episode and you're using this as a reference point to understand what's happening in maybe season 2, perhaps. Although there's so many recap episodes too. Sometimes I do a recap, sometimes I don't. It depends on the show. It depends what I'm feeling. How many millions of reviews? I got to do 5 reviews a week. I did 6 videos this week because I did a Final Space video. So it gets rough sometimes. Subscriber count is about 518, not too bad. I wish it was a little higher by this point. But I've been doing it. The guitar channel seems to be doing pretty good. If you like guitar videos, make sure to check that out as well. But I think I'm going to stop rambling at this point in time. You've heard the review. Rating, this one's getting a 7 out of 10. Pretty decent, good fighting. Overall, pretty good episode. If you have made it this far, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, feel free to comment down below what you'd like me to do for future anime and cartoon related videos. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.